Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing good. So in my today's video, I'm going to explain the need or necessity of background jobs. Okay, and obviously the advantages associated with the background jobs. Now, when I use the term background job, don't think in terms of technology specific to .NET, Java, Python. No, I'm going to explain the advantage of the concept of background jobs in general, guys. Okay, so in most of the modern software applications, either it may be a desktop application or it may be a web application, there will be at least one scenario where we are required to do some mass processing, okay, in order to get the data set up for our customers or to get the software's readiness. Okay, so how we can achieve this? That's where the concept of background job comes into picture. Okay, because in enterprise software, there will be we are required to process a huge number of records, and you can't do that in interactive applications like you give a UI, you click on submit button and you wait thousands, lakhs or millions of records getting processed. No, that is not the ideal scenario, and that's a bad practice basically. So what most of the enterprise softwares do is they have their background jobs associated with them, and they process such mass processing, okay, in the background. And the modern background jobs, like one such example I would like to take here is the cron jobs, okay, where you have a flexibility to specify the schedules also when you want this processing to happen. So let's get into this topic further, and yeah, I'm going to tell you what are the various advantages we will get by using the background job. Okay, so in most of the web applications, okay, there will be requirement to process huge number of records, okay, and in some of the applications, okay, it happens that developers will make use of some timer managers basically, okay, some kind of service which basically takes responsibility of processing mass data. It may be creation of n number of records or processing of some accounting information, whatever it may be. But doing this kind of or taking this kind of approach where you are basically making your web app server, or in terms of cloud technologies like Azure, the app service, if you put this kind of load on your server or app service, then you will see a possible performance degradation on your web server, okay, which is not recommended and which is also a bad practice basically, because some things which are needs to be done on the background, you are trying to achieve it on your app service, which is basically busy in serving n number of client requests which are coming to the server. The server should serve the client request, but not this kind of background jobs. Okay, so this is one such example I'm giving you. So in such scenarios, what would be the solution would be simply write a cron job or a background job, you can say a simple console based application. What it does is basically it will satisfy the need of this background processing. Okay, so you can schedule it, it depends on the business scenario. You can schedule such background jobs on hour basis, okay, or on a specific days basis or a daily basis. Again, it's up to the requirement how it needs to be processed. So this is how the cron jobs are going to play a major role in most of the enterprise software applications. Okay, I would like to take some examples, I think, which will help you people understand what could be the ideal scenario to use background jobs. For example, if you have a membership site where accounts have expiration dates, you can schedule cron jobs to regularly deactivate or delete accounts that are past their expiry dates. Okay, this is one such good example. And you can send out daily newsletter emails. That's also one good example, because the audience is huge and you can't do it on your app server. So what you will do, write a simple background job or cron job and let that job take responsibility of doing such things. Okay. And yes, you can expire and erase cached data files in certain intervals. That's also one scenario where you can make use of this approach. And you can auto check your website content for broken links and have a report emailed to yourself regularly in order to understand what kind of links have broken in your website. Okay. So these are some small examples, or I can say ideal scenario examples that I have found out. And yes, these are the example scenarios where you can make use of background jobs. Okay, so what are the advantages basically? So once again, I will reiterate that first of all, you are minimizing load on your application server. Okay, second, an independent process will run in order to do these background jobs because you are creating a different application itself, like a simple console application which takes the responsibility of doing this mass operations. Okay, so third advantage being, okay, you have the flexibility of configuring this background operations. Okay, you can schedule them in such a way that they will run as per your business requirements. Okay, well, that's it. I hope you have understand the idea of background jobs basically. So there are many technologies which support this kind of background jobs. I can name some. For example, in Microsoft .NET framework, we have the notion of background workers. I think that's the one technology which will help you to create background jobs. Okay, but again, what I would like to explain here, that uh, these are related to very specific scenarios, okay, where you have to take extra caution when you are making use of these background jobs, especially with the one I have explained with respect to this .NET frameworks background jobs. Don't make them to run on your app service or application server, but yes, make use of them on your cron or the background job itself, okay, which is a dedicated application which runs for you. Okay, and the most commonly used background job technology nowadays being the background job technology being is the cron jobs. Okay, I think you people are very familiar with that. Basically, you will write a simple console application where you will provide the instructions what kind of mass processing you want to do on your application, and what you do then, you will associate that with a YAML file or YML file, I can say, where you will specify what all actions needs to be taken and what kind of schedule you want to set. Okay, that's a flexibility given in cron jobs or YML files. Okay, so you can specify various steps for your background job. For example, from on what point your background job should trigger. Okay, it may be when you merge a pull request, it may be when you commit some changes, okay, or you want it to specifically run on some time period. Okay, all these flexibilities are given in the cron jobs basically, or in a YML based cron job. And next comes, you can specify what git branch against which you want to run your background job, so that you can get the code base from there. Okay, that you can specify in terms of steps, you can build them, you can store or restore all their package dependencies. Okay, so, and then you can compile, and yeah, you can of course run the application. Okay, all these flexibilities are given in terms of simple syntaxes in YML files. I think this is being a most common technology being used in order to create background jobs. Okay, I hope you people understood the notion of background jobs and what are the various technologies we can make use of in order to create the cron jobs or the background jobs. Okay, I hope this video will help you people in deciding yeah, when to make use of the background jobs in order to do mass processing of your application. That's it for today, guys. Have a nice day. Thank you.